which I realize this preview is not going to help you, so you'll have to go to the main stream to talk about it. But the racers are... No, that's not right. That's BrightShadow Blade Twin Swords. That's not right. No. It should be BrightShadow and the other person.
Yeah. And nobody look at the bracket to figure out what this possible pairing showing up right now could mean for the results of the race.
There we go. TheWhitley versus BrightShadow.
That's to one.
Nice try, BrightShadow. But yeah, these racers, they're both powerful. TheWhitley, the brother of Arcbliss, who we just saw. BrightShadow, the brother of gamers everywhere.
I'm trying to think of a better word than blood brother for lawnmower.
That was the only thing I could come up with. So
grass brother.
Yeah, the ultimate gardener.
Fellow lawn lover. There we go. BrightShadow.
I'm glad this game got drawn because this was submitted. This is a paid game, but is in one of those big goal charity bundles.
Oh yeah. When I gave the game, I was like, "Phew, we were able to use it."
Yeah, I don't love those submissions anymore, just because there haven't been any super recently. But we got lucky this time. We don't have very many. This was maybe one of the only ones. The game will be coming up soon. Apologies if it takes me just a bit, because I haven't set up one of these vodcasts in a while, but I don't think it'll be so hard.
It's a little bit of extra work. I can't properly see anything, so I don't even know really what to talk about.
It won't be long.
Their win rates are somewhere between 40 and 60%, pretty sure. They've been around somewhere between 3 and 8 mystery tournaments. Could be a very even match or a completely one-sided, depending on where they land in these ranges.
Well, it's interesting that you're talking about interesting things. No, it's interesting that you're talking about lawns, because the game is somewhat lawn adjacent.
Oh yeah, it is. In some sense, it's the same, and in another sense, narratively, it's the opposite.
Oh my gosh.
I know this is probably a stream frame that I'm seeing from the player, but having some kind of like no signal, properly connected source device is on sort of message symbolizing some sort of technical difficulty, I find quite funny, even if probably it's not even on stream.
It's not.
I've got a joke here on my screen, folks, and it's good.
Yeah, so I tested this game. Are you saying you've already seen this match?
I was the moderator, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry, you gotta watch it twice.
It's fine, I'll be able to articulate all of my points even more elegantly without screaming the word John Wick afterwards. It'll be fine.
John Wick. All right, well, we should be able to show what's going on, and that is indeed Skyling, Garden Defense. The ultimate video game.
This sounds like Plants vs. Zombies knockoff.
It does. I think they actually even have one called Garden Defense. All right, well, you ready on that timer?
Yep.
It's like, align me. All right, count me down.
All right, Skyling, Garden Defense in 3, 2, 1, go.
No, I hit lock. All right, now they're both going. It's all right. We'll give them a little bit of a retime. All right, we're here.
Funny.
And we're playing Skyling, Garden Defense. This game is cool Cubert.
It's definitely Cubert-like. Cool's not exactly my first adjective with this game.
It's Cubert, but it's different than you might think Cubert might be.
That's true. It's cute, Bert.
Cubert. Basically, the big thing about this game is it's Cubert, but it's all the levels are, most of them are not Cubert related levels. Like the level design goes a completely different direction.
Yeah, most of them are more akin to a Flomo Grass Blaster sort of game.
Oh yes,
He
this
said,
music. I don't know if you guys can
trying
hear it
to-
on stream. I really disliked the music in this game. But, to each their own.
So the game has been softly, gently, poetically tutorializing the players in the background on the mechanics as they go. You can pick up a cat and put it down. It will hold switches. It will deflect enemies. The enemies of which are the first of which we're introduced to here are bound to the stones as they walk. So you have a rough idea of where they're going to be. Though once you start walking around and painting everything green, it becomes not so easily apparent where exactly the stones are and where exactly they'll be walking.
Well, BrightShadow, funny you say that, because Whitley's video is entirely muted. So we're going to use yours and hear the Discord pings. That's life.
We're introduced to the Sluggies. These are bundles of sentient acid, and if you get behind them, you can pick them up like a cat, and you can throw them and you bowl them, and they go down until they hit something, and then they explode. And they will kill enemies. They will melt grass. If you leave them alone, they will just melt grass as they go, like what's happening to BrightShadow.
Yeah, very important mechanic to pick these guys up. And I think the game tells you that, but BrightShadow's not hearing it yet.
It says you can pick them up from behind, but it doesn't say, oh, and then you can throw them. Oh, and they'll go all the way down until they hit something. Oh, and they will explode AoE style, killing anything they touch. I was very surprised when that happened.
It's true, but the only way to put them down is to do it.
Boom. Important to remember that it's also sort of melting the grass. Nice cat move with the block there. Quick thinking. The grass, like if you lose track of what grass is grass and which is dirt, and you throw one of those things and you don't recognize that one of the squares has gone brown, it's a little bit tricky to see at a glance which one is still brown.
Yeah, not all the squares are super clear.
So an early lead from TheWhitley. Thanks due in large part, I think, to the sluggy throw, killing both of the enemies. Well, all three of the enemies, really. So you've got these cats, right? And I have trouble imagining any situation, really. There very few situations could stop you if you were just walking around with a cat. Enemy in front of you, drop the cat, right? It turns around when it hits the cat. You pick the cat back up. Enemy behind you, turn around, put the cat down.
You should keep the cat. Absolutely. That's kind of advanced Skyling strats. That's when you start, joining the Discord, things like that. They're like, you got to keep the cat. If you're not keeping the cat, you can't even hang with us.
Here's your inputs for a 180 cat turn. You're gonna want to practice that.
Absolutely. But yeah, it doesn't slow you down. I don't think there's any reason not to hold on to it.
Sometimes you want to pick up something else, but you're holding this dang cat. That's pretty rare, but...
Yeah, in later levels, when there are a lot of cats, it makes it a little harder. But for now, there seems to be just the one cat. Keep it with you to keep yourself safe.
An early lead from TheWhitley. You can also strategically leave the cat to sort of influence the patrol routes of these monsters. Here it is. It's one of the worst levels in the whole goal.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is the hardest level in the goal.
So I don't know if the players realized what is going on here. I knew immediately because I made a Doom engine lawn mowing game. And we had a level, the final level, where there's a monster spawning monsters in anywhere randomly. And you're just running around trying to mow the grass. And you got to touch everything pretty much because it's all grass. And as we tested it, we realized inevitably what happens is the monsters are being herded towards you. So you go away from the monsters. So they are driving you to the edges. And meanwhile, they themselves are occupying the middle. And so what happens is that the middle becomes impenetrable. It's filled with all these monsters.
Yeah.
So you can run around and do the outside and think you're making good progress, but this level is entirely about finding the best times to dart into the middle and get the juiciest progress.
Yeah. So, and if you notice that kind of slow hop when you change elevations, that's automatic. They're not having to press jump or anything, but it always takes that amount of time. And you can get caught in the middle of the animation, definitely. And you will, in fact.
Yeah. You don't have iframes or whatever while you're jumping. It's very unforgiving.
Ooh, TheWhitley with kind of a quick turnaround. You can do it. You can kind of like uncommit right at the beginning if you want to.
Actually, the players are going to utilize a forbidden technique. I think TheWhitley's going to do it now. Here it is, the mid-air grass grab.
Yeah.
Very useful.
That's
also, surprisingly, go ahead.
Powerful technique.
There's another important thing that's going on here is that jumping down has a longer animation because you jump up and then fall all the way down. But when you jump up, you land sooner. So you're actually sort of faster going up the mountain than down, surprisingly.
That makes sense. I actually didn't pick up on that. But yeah, I also realized, probably a little bit slower than you because I don't have that very specific experience. But the middle is what I eventually started doing is just like trying to get the middle first. The edge was never going to be an issue. I can get the edge. Nobody needs to worry about it. But
I'm an edge guy, all right? Yeah. I got it on lock.
Look, you need an edge, I'm your guy. I got a local TV commercial and everything. But once you get in that one, oh well, hey, I can draw. Well, no, I can't. It's a podcast. Well, it's moving constantly anyway. But if you kind of like look at the bushes down at the bottom, and then the one just above that, and then the one just above that, going straight up, that's the hardest one. And then the one above that is also pretty hard, but you can kind of get that from the top early.
BrightShadow has one square left. You can try to weave your way through the enemies, and a couple of times these players have tried, and they will try again, and it's very, very difficult. So you just got to be patient. Try to lure them as far away from the square as you dare before you dart in. BrightShadow's going in!
Gosh.
Oh!
And the weird thing, it's almost like Earthbound or something, where like the health is rolling, like, because the animation, like if he had done it in the direction away from the monster, there's a chance that because the monster's coming behind you and it's going the same direction, you wouldn't have been caught. It's not as like clear as you might think, especially once you get the forbidden air grass technique. The air grass
further along. It's got a bunch of the stuff from the middle.
Yeah, BrightShadow's made a lot of progress here. Oh, so I'm sorry, I was looking at Whitley's screen. Whitley's made a lot of progress. BrightShadow made as much as you could possibly make and still fail, so hopefully he can get back to that spot.
I would probably hang out at the top on sort of the leftish side. The Whitley didn't do that, just kind of went around, trying to circle around as fast as possible, and that means there's 2 squares that are just really off limits right now.
The big issue in this game is that it's a race. Oh, you can get these guys onto the edge. I did it once.
That's interesting.
They just like won't most of the time. I don't really know.
Wait, really? There's no rocks on the edge though. They really shouldn't be over there. I guess at the bottom edges have a little bit of rocks.
Yeah, maybe they can't. Maybe I'm crazy.
That's the clear.
Good clear from the Whitley. What I was gonna say is the thing about this game is you want to go fast, but then at the same time, like, you really have to stand still for a little while to clear this stage, and lure everyone over to the corner so you can make your move. And it's hard to do that because your instinct is to not stand still since you're trying to win a speedrun race.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are funny.
I think they're called the rooks. They move much like chess rooks along the axes. Only when they see you, though.
Yeah, they move like chess rooks if you play a game with the most annoying chess player in the world. takes the rook and moves it like a snail.
So now there's like a traffic
eyes
jam.
In there, though. I want to know what they are. They're real in there. Who knows?
So the Whitley, like, dives out of the way. One of them goes all the way to the edge. The other one very much does not. It's kind of weird how long they decide to move along the line of sight.
To be honest, they're so slow, I don't even know if they can hurt you.
They can.
Okay.
That's a clear for the Whitley. BrightShadow's gotten most of the hardest tiles done.
Oh yeah, this is looking pretty good. That top's gonna be easy sailing, as the saying goes. But the bottom is gonna be a little bit trickier.
Is baiting the enemies. Oh no, I would thought you would get those top edge ones to bait the enemies even more. Yeah, now they're down and you're gonna need to bait them up high again. Patience is required here. Will BrightShadow be able to show it? The Whitley's kind of running away with it right now.
I mean, it's better than failing this level again. This level, it hurts.
Pretty straightforward level from the Whitley. A couple of rock paths. It's only really the rook. Oh, the Whitley gets a little bit too feisty trying to round the corner before the enemy gets caught. And BrightShadow with the clear.
BrightShadow. One level behind, and not a big level either. I could definitely see BrightShadow finishing this quicker than the Whitley did. There were some issues with these rooks.
The rook is the catch on this level that the Whitley is on, because you need to get the squares all along the path that the rook is on, and the rook probably isn't going to leave that path. So you need to bait it to one side, get the squares on the opposite side while baiting it over, and then loop all the way around after it's sufficiently gone. And you need to make sure that it is sufficiently gone. Like, the Whitley took off, right? So how far is this thing going to move? Oh, all the way for some reason? Okay, I truly don't understand how these things work. But that's good.
It's true. The rooks are difficult to understand. I don't think that they... I don't remember a whole lot of them in the race, so I think that they keep them light in these once we get into the later levels here.
All the grass is lit up. BrightShadow halfway through the previous.
About 1.5 levels ahead.
So if I remember right, this game doesn't give you a choice whether up is up and to the right or up and to the left.
No, it just is what it is, and I don't remember. For some reason in this game, I was quite comfortable with whatever it chose. So, I mean, whatever it is, I guess it's intuitive. You could probably get used to either. Your brain will just start thinking the other way the second you start moving, but...
Maybe. Or maybe you've just got a left-aligned brain or whatever, and it just happened to work good for you, but someone else would be fighting their natural urges the whole way.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
BrightShadow with the clear. Still that whole level.
You could get a gamer's lobotomy to get yourself more used to the other type of play.
For Skyling, garden defense?
Extreme gamer surgery. Well, anyways.
The jellies have been set free.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they're causing mayhem.
They're all over the place.
They're easy to kill once you get one of them. But you gotta get that one.
There's the first. Double kill.
There we go. TheWhitley says, wow. Like, it's sitting there admiring the handiwork for a little while. I appreciate you. Sometimes you gotta stop and smell the flowers.
BrightShadow, I was hoping to see them jump down and get those squares. Now the rook is going to come over, and they did not get those squares, so they will have to bait the rook over to the other side in order to get them later.
Oh, I see. You got to bring this guy... This is going to take forever. Get this guy out of here. He is in the way.
The other thing about this game is it has some animations associated with moving to the next square, with picking up an object, putting it down. Like, you might want to rapid fire, like, put the cat here, put the cat there, move the cat, but
yeah,
you are forced to move at a certain pace, and it can be something you have to kind of plan around as these enemies are closing in on you.
TheWhitley not leaving that square that the thing just destroyed, which is good.
Clear for BrightShadow.
Piano thing between the levels, I think is quite funny. TheWhitley moving on with the cat, saving the cat.
Oh, bonus points.
Still,
I wonder if you can
probably
put the
just one
cat
star.
down.
We can ignore the
on the
ranking.
exits.
Oh no, that was a 2-star. Save the cat got the 2 stars. I think you have to get all the apples when they spawn in, when you get little sections of the garden, in order to get higher rankings.
Mm-hmm.
TheWhitley on a somewhat difficult level. You got to be careful what happens with this rook, because yeah, well,
look
there
at
we
this.
go. Yep.
Just like this. So this is a level where I was like, oh, keep the cat. The cat will be good here.
Yeah.
And that's true, but it's also there's a lot of guys walking around. You got to be quick and concise with your cat inputs.
This was a level where I died enough times. It didn't take me forever because it's a pretty small level, but I died enough times where I started doing the exact same sequence of moves from the beginning and eventually kind of got into just like, I don't know, what felt like an optimized way to do it.
Oh, TheWhitley, I think, was trying to set up a beautiful 3-monster trap in the bottom right corner, but left a little bit of a hole, and they all squeaked through, and it would have been brilliant. The grass was already gone in that area.
B3MT, beautiful 3-monster trap. You hate to see it fall apart like that.
Very ambitious to go for it in a mystery setting.
Yeah, I mean, the pros, I get it for the pros. I mean, they're doing this all day, but these guys, it's a risk. It's a risk.
Yeah. Alright, BrightShadow gonna be setting loose the slimes. And then is leaving them to wreak havoc on the first half of the level while BrightShadow explores the second. Though you do have time, like they're gonna slowly ooze their way out of there, so being proactive and getting all these squares in that time is actually maybe a good decision. Oh, the rook is unkillable. His stone walls deflect your pathetic ooze.
It's not surprising. For some reason, I never had tried that, but it just sort of felt like the acid wasn't going to do anything to this impenetrable defense of whatever's in there. Maybe it's one of the acid guys in there.
It could be. BrightShadow's trying to think of the best time to pick up the cat after all of the slimes have been deflected one way or the other. Uses one to kill one, which leaves one more to kill the last one, but the left input to turn didn't come out, but that's fine. Easily fixed.
Step
Whitley
away
gets
for
caught.
Just a sec. I'll be back.
All right. The Whitley had a 1 monster trap in that corner, and that's really not as good as 3, like, obviously, but, like, doubly more than you think, because the trapped area is an area you can't go anymore. So, in a level that's already, you know, lacking for paths, removing one entirely is, it has a very real downside. And so if you're still going to have 3 active monsters and a rook all running around, having that path to travel might be more valuable. It's going to get a bunch here, baiting the rook forwards. BrightShadow now on the same level. As someone who lives with a cat, hearing faint cat noises all the time while I'm trying to play the game is it's kind of too realistic. It definitely triggered my senses of, oh, does someone need me? Do I need to be somewhere else doing something, paying attention to something else? It's like a baby cry or whatever. Like humans are just hardwired to pay attention. That's a clear for the Whitley. Just really smart movement around the maze. BrightShadow stuck in a delightful little garden, but would really like to be elsewhere. Picking up a cat, trapping a monster, but that's a very centralized area. Also, the trap relies on the middle intersection being trapped, which is certainly not a good idea. You're gonna need that intersection. The Whitley in a new level. This level is divided up into sort of 3 areas. You've got the bottom right side with these 3 loops. And the top left area is a mirror of it with a bunch of loops. And then there's the middle rings. Or maybe I'm sort of confusing it with a different level. This does just kind of have concentric rings going on. The Whitley drops the cat, really sort of forcing a lot of the enemies into the same line and then just following behind them. Getting a lot of grass done. Cool move. The bats, by the way, don't kill you, I think. They just slow you down. They get in your hair and you gotta shake them out. Good progress on this level. BrightShadow waiting, cat in hand, decides to place it there, immediately runs into the rook, which does deflect a monster or 2. Cat dropped, not sure if good. No longer has cat. A cat in the hand's worth 2 on the level, that's what they say. And that's a clear for the Whitley. Mostly just tidying up the top left of the level. The real meat of it's in the middle. BrightShadow's missing a square where the cat is, where all of the enemies are. It's gonna inch forwards. The old cat shuffle. The calico shuffle. Still missing 1 more square. It's gonna bait the rook and go all the way around. The Whitley in kind of a dangerous spot here. Lots of enemies, has a cat, loses the cat. Is able to pick up the cat again and then get to the slime, gets a kill. But that cat is gone and there are nothing but monsters. A couple of safe spots, of course. They will never leave these paths. BrightShadow does get safely home with the calico shuffle. Seems pretty straightforward. Just wait on these soft dirt paths, not the stony parts. It's the kind of thing where you could easily start to lose your patience. But as long as you keep it, it's really not so bad. Oh no. There was a Cubert mountain hiding in the corner, with 2 monsters guarding the way. You just can't get in there. Although the monsters are sort of forcing each other to patrol away from the entrance, the Whitley sneaks past. It's a live fire exercise on Cubert Mountain. They're coming. Gets the top areas, still has the sort of middle core. Again, same idea applies. That's the hard stuff to get. Oh, gets got by a monster when I looked away.
I've arrived.
They were pincered, I see. Welcome back. We still have a lead for the Whitley.
Got it. So both these levels are unfamiliar to me since the last time I was here, but we're saying the Whitley's still in the lead here?
Yeah. BrightShadow's just on the previous level.
Got it.
The big
These
sticking
bats are
point
annoying.
here.
They don't kill you. I'm sure you addressed that.
Yeah. And we got a new level, a new monster, the Moncher, there in the yellow.
Yeah, that guy's fast.
He's the same as the purple guys, except he's faster and he can go wherever.
Yeah, and I think he will follow you specifically. I don't know if the purple guys will do that. Maybe they will.
They do.
Okay.
But they are bound to their stony paths. And they are forced to move as well. They can't just not move. And I don't think they can 180.
The Zugs
They kind of have to turn. Yeah. So like watch them guarding the entrance to Cubert Mountain at the top of the screen now, but he's going a different way, never mind.
Oh, forgot that the
slime.
slimes aren't bound by anything.
Yeah.
The slimes serve no master, as the saying goes.
BrightShadow bringing the cat to the exit.
Yeah,
Things
these
really evening up.
Cyclops monsters are scary. Not for any good reason, just because they drew them that way, I guess. I guess they all do have Cyclops, huh? But these ones are especially... The eye is just so exposed, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
I like Whitley using the cat, but I would like to see them pick up the cat immediately after using it. Looks like they circled back around to it. They're aware of the value of cat in hand. Ah! So there it is. If the cat was deflected the first monster, then you turn around and put it down on the other side, deflect the other monster. Like, I think it's possible. The animations are long, so there are certainly situations where you don't have enough time to do it. But I think maybe that one you could have.
Well, this game maybe isn't one of my absolute favorites to play, just because of the, I guess, Cubert core genre. I think this makes for a really cool race, because there's a lot of kind of risk reward on how do you approach things, how long do you wait for, do you plan it out, do you just go? There's a huge amount of variance for players finishing these levels, I think. Not so much like level 5, but a level like this. Yeah, I think you gotta get that. Also, there's a question I remember thinking on this level: which monster do I kill? Because obviously you can kill the easy one that's right in front of you, but you know how to get past these guys. Maybe it would be more useful to go kill that Nosher or something else.
Cubert Mountain, go up there, clean it out.
Yeah, exactly. So throwing it up right away, while it's kind of the safest move at the time, it's somewhat missing the big picture. I think that it does create a little bit more problems for you down the road.
BrightShadow does not want to descend into the bottom part of the level without a cat, I think, but then thinks better of it and is like, no, maybe I got this. And turns around immediately. Okay, the cat has been brought to Cubert Mountain. The Whitley sneaks past expertly around the monsters. Now, one cat is not gonna do exactly what you want here, right? All these squares are too connected that taking away just one square is gonna really prevent them from getting you. But I think if you're smart with it, you could do something good on this mountain. We're not gonna get the rest of it.
Now, Mythical 9, here's a question for you. Would you rather play Cubert for 4 hours or climb an equivalent mountain in steps like that for 4 hours.
I cannot climb stairs for 4 hours. I can't climb stairs for 4 minutes. Like if you're asking me to do the best that I can, like I get to rest and then keep going or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. But like if you are too slow, Cubert will like be there and he'll come from behind you and he'll go and you'll see the little swear cloud pop up.
A giant real life Cubert is going to chase me up the stairs like an army drill sergeant.
Exactly.
I would rather play Cubert. I do not want to witness a real life Cubert under any circumstances, much less that.
I think there's a real Cubert in the movie Pixels with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, and it's gross.
Yeah, it's horrible. My brother made me watch that because I avoided it just because I knew I would hate it. And he's like, yeah, you'll hate it, but it's like funny bad. And it like kind of was, but it was mostly awful.
Whitley's waiting for the gates to open on Cubert Mountain, and it looks like admission is closed for the summer, so the Whitley's going to sneak in through the back. BrightShadow, slug in hand, making the way up to the mountain, maybe? Going for the nosher? What are we doing?
The Whitley is in an uncomfortable spot here. Doesn't have very many left, but they're not they're in probably the worst spots in the whole map to get.
If you're on the right side of the mountain and the monsters are on the right side and you run as fast as you can past these annoying enemies in the middle to the left side, the monsters will be at the left side. Like you really have to hustle and risk death in order to go fast enough to get into the mountain. And then once you're there, it's a scramble.
I think what you have to do is get onto the mountain and just do all of your luring once you're already up there. I think that it's just not... Like, you're not going to be able to rush fast enough to get to the middle. You need to be able to control these two guys while you're on the mountain. Oh, and here he is. He's here to greet you. Hello. Well, we got to get this guy out of the way. Where are you even going to bring him, though? Don't bring him this way, because then he's going to be blocking this permanently. Oh, no. This is a difficult situation that the Whitley is in.
Yeah, the Whitley is just waiting for these monsters to line up in a nice way, and they influence each other. Like, you can't go to a square... a Cyclops can't go to a square that another Cyclops is occupying. So they're in a loop, actually. They're just going to keep doing this.
Okay, now. No.
There was no way.
No,
not
there
that.
was no way.
Something else needed to happen. I don't know what.
I don't know why he took my advice, but he did, and that was what led to that. Okay, so, I think the Whitley is approaching this correctly. Get there first. Deal with all that. Once that's done, you can avoid it for the rest of the level and never have to think about it again. Maybe you got to bring the cat up onto Cubert Mountain.
I
don't think I ever brought the cat up there.
It would at the very least desync them from that infinite pattern we were getting earlier. BrightShadow's on the mountain.
Yeah, didn't have to contend with the rook being in that awful position. Oh.
Patience from BrightShadow, waiting to see which way the monster's going to go, jumping the opposite way. Uh-oh, getting cornered a little bit. Speed, darts past. Using the midair grass technique.
There it is.
The mountain is conquered. And the Whitley gets launched.
We could see a definitive lead change here. Oh, geez, yeah. Oh, no!
Oh, BrightShadow.
Was that a fully solved level death?
Pretty much. The cat defense of the first monster was there, but one was coming from behind. Needed to think and act quickly. I'm not even sure if perfect play could have got them out of that sticky situation.
There is no greater horror in the world of Skyling Garden Defense than the FSLD, the fully solved level death. You hate to see it.
Okay, a lot of the mountain done for the Whitley, but some of the most troublesome areas in the middle still to go. Oh, had a good path, but didn't follow it. Had a chance to go and get free entrance.
The Whitley is on a journey, but it works out. Oh my goodness. And the slime is still here. You could use the slime to Take some revenge. Just gonna get that guy.
I still think, with the benefit of hindsight, having watched this race twice now, I'm pretty confident using the slime on the Q-Bird Mountain guys is the way to go.
It would. I think it would sort of, if you can get it over there, and you can if you get out, because these guys that walk back and forth are nothing. You just have to wait for them.
Yeah.
You get it over there. I mean, it would. I think that would be a first-time level clear, which is better than either of these players were able to accomplish. So yeah.
Yeah. The FTLC, the opposite of the
that is
SLD.
That is literally the opposite of the fully cleared level death.
So BrightShadow, I think, is also getting... No. That's a different sort of pattern happening here. Maybe because of where they're standing, they've influenced it a little bit.
Well, this is... Yeah, you got the cat. Alright.
TheWhitley's got the cat, and the mountain, the squares that were previously missing on the mountain, I very briefly saw on screen are collected. I wonder if the whole thing is done. I think it is.
Wow.
Last couple squares here.
Gotta avoid the FCLS. Looks like we're moving... Yeah, okay, that's green. That's good. This Moncher is not the easiest dude here.
Baits him around.
Yep, he can't jump.
Oh, BrightShadow, look at the patience. Puts the cat down. Oh, if picked up the cat a little bit too soon. I mean, it was tough. The idea was there, though. Put the cat down, force the monster to jump to a different square, pick the cat up, and now go to the cat square where you know the monster is not.
That's a tough death.
I like the thinking, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we've got two cats. Cats are almost more of a hindrance than a help, but it's just useful to have it to be guaranteed that an enemy can't run into you from one side.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to leave him over there, though. I think TheWhitley should have the cat with him.
Cat up, cat down, running out of space.
What's this guy? He's just standing there. What happened to him?
Yeah.
He broke.
There's
Oh, I see, because the stone ran out.
Yeah.
They trapped him right there. He's just going to stand there like he's waiting for the newest Star Wars movie. Timely reference. That's what the kids do nowadays, right?
Someone told him John Wick 5 is coming out.
Yeah, waiting in line to see John Wick 5. Yeah, man. This is a tough game. I mean, this is, I will say, it's not for the faint of heart in a race setting. This is a game where you feel it when you lose, because you very much see, like, an amount of progress disappear from the exact same screen that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
Have to
and
go back
it's a cutesy, pleasant, la sort of thing, but, like, that doesn't feel good when you are angry and tense or whatever. The mismatch can be infuriating.
Oh,
TheWhitley
tried to
just
put the cat down. Like you said, the animation delay.
That or just wanted to clip the square real quick and then double back. Either way, a gutsy move that wasn't quite executed the way that they were hoping.
BrightShadow has Q-Bird Mountain. TheWhitley is confirming a failed drop. BrightShadow has Q-Bird Mountain filled out, I believe. This sort of rook square is going to be a problem.
Is it on top of an empty square? Shoot.
Yeah.
That's exactly where you don't want him to be.
There's plenty of ways to deal with it. Looks like BrightShadow went for the mountain first, which I think is, if you're not going to bring the slime there, is a good move.
Absolutely. Oh, TheWhitley again. Had the cat in hand, couldn't get it down in time. You never want to get caught with a cat in hand. Oh, somewhere along the way, BrightShadow managed to get that rook to move off that troublesome square. But it's right next to the square. Okay, there we
now
go.
he's moved it. So this should be okay. I mean, it's not my favorite. Like, it's still pretty treacherous, but I think this is probably fine. Oh, no. Okay, put
Purple
that
monster
down.
split either way. Cat deflect gets to the exit.
There we go. Moving on. Literally says moving on the screen.
Oh, the Whitley is trapped. Oh, has the corner, right. The path ends in the corner. The monster deflects the monster once again. The monster deflects the monster once again. When are we going to get out of here?
Oh, no.
This is bad. This this trap the monster on the path thing is really not working out.
This is not working out. Is this a soft lock? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no. Well, no. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Just dies. It's like I'm not gonna wait for this.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision, actually.
I agree.
You could spend forever in a tomb of your own making. And it's just, I don't think it's what he needs emotionally or speed-wise to win this race.
Is that on the itch page for Skyling Garden Defense?
Yeah, it's on the back of the box where they have their, like, 50 fun levels, and then it says spend a lifetime in a tomb of your own making.
The yellow monster, BrightShadow, deflected it with the cat, and then it went back and then bounced off a purple monster, came right back, right as BrightShadow was picking up the cat. It's a late-stage death. Either player's race at this point. The tomb of your own making. Bring all the cats to the exit. Bring light to the world. Get trapped in a tomb of your own making.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes there's real battles going on in these players' heads. It's tough out there sometimes. My brother just had me watch Neon Genesis Evangelion, and let me tell you.
Oh, God.
I've seen head battles. I've seen the show and the movie now. I know all about it.
I feel like we can't talk about that anymore, or we
no,
will not
it's
talk
probably
about the race.
true. But if you know, you know. The Muncher is tough because he kind of just can go anywhere.
Oh, the two cat shuffle, safe front and back. Excellent play from BrightShadow. Conversation being moved into the Twitch chat. Quarantined. BrightShadow with the solve is jumping out to a lead.
This is big. They're on the same level now.
No, BrightShadow's one ahead.
Oh, that was that level. Oh my gosh, that's a lead change.
It sure is.
The lead
Goals
change
to beat level 15, and BrightShadow is on 13. Yeah, and this is that one level I was thinking of earlier. This
one, let me see. This one's not as hard as it looks. At least it wasn't for me, but it just sort of depends probably on
what you do with these slugs. You got two. You can bring them in. You could double or triple kill these monsters and completely clear them out.
You can, actually. Yeah, it's true. I think you can... I left some alive, though. And the level is very doable. Wow, that was a risky move with that rook there, but didn't die. I'm trying to remember the last few levels. I think there's one after this that is harder than this one. So we still have a race here. I think there's still quite a bit that can happen.
Oh, BrightShadow having to deal with it with multiple monster reflections coming back to the cat. This is really good, careful zoning out of the monsters. Uh-oh, this is a little sticky though. Look out, look out, look out. Okay, quick turnaround placement. Another one. Oh my god.
This is incredible.
Is this one cat or five, the way he's making it look?
I know, seriously. It's like he's got the cat shield power up.
Just a ring of cats orbiting.
Oh no! What a way to lose it after all that.
I think that
Sorry
was
to rub it in if you're in the chat, BrightShadow.
I think they were holding the button down still, and it like triggered a full step into the. I mean, you can double back immediately. I don't know. That's just a shame.
Well, they're both on the same level now. The Whitley taking the time to lure the rook kind of away. Once you clear this side out, you never have to think about this rook again, as long as you don't put it on the edge. Oh no.
Oh, okay. The Whitley's gonna be able to hide here.
Knows how valuable this slime is and is not gonna waste it.
Yeah, this is the one thing about cats, is that if you're already holding something else, the cat is basically a wall. Gets one kill.
Better than none.
Oh, BrightShadow, look at this loop what the monsters are doing. What is this? Oh, I thought they was going to go in there and just blast them from the side with the slug. Triple kill.
BrightShadow may not know about the AoE effects. It's kind of hinted at when you see what it does to the grass, but I guess it's not completely obvious that it could take out enemies that way also.
The double kill turned out to be pretty good. Just one chasing BrightShadow through the maze. Easy to loop around. Barring any weird inputs running into a rook, I don't see anything stopping this for BrightShadow. Whereas the Whitley lost another run here. Trying to get one going. It's got a cat and bringing it all the way around the level.
Yeah, we gotta bring this rook pretty far now, but BrightShadow's looking good. Still has some on the top, I didn't realize, but again, it's nowhere near the treachery that awaits you in the middle.
Oh, that might have been you discovering rooks can kill you. Maybe you weren't aware of that until that moment, that previous attempt.
Yeah, you did. You did, BrightShadow.
That's what happened.
I said, what a way to lose it after all that.
And then apologized to him afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, the double deflect on either side, cat at the intersection. The Whitley just making really good use of this cat. It's a real companion cat situation.
Race. This is exciting. Maybe I don't feel so bad that you gotta watch this one twice.
It's definitely not like that one where Maurice had to vodcast something he didn't want to watch for an hour and he was not happy about it.
I didn't tell him ahead of time, and then all of a sudden it started. I said, it's lights out. He goes, oh.
Both the length and the game were made clear, and he just knew, this is my now. Oh, the Whitley escapes! Well done.
So this is BrightShadow's picked up on it, maybe, but it's required that you use, I think, all but one slime. You have 5 slimes, and you need to kill 4 ogres to complete this level. They're in a spot where if you don't kill them, you're never going to get those squares.
So BrightShadow needs to throw that slime away.
Nice. Was able to waste the one.
You don't want to pick that thing up, though, right? Oh, no, you got a path. You got a path across.
Oh. See, that's the wrong move.
Shoot. There's definitely 2 more.
I think you'll probably discover that pretty soon. Yep, there we go.
It had everything really lined up for a solution, and then just turned around and literally threw it away.
I think I did the same thing, though. I saw those ones, and I caught the trick, and then all of a sudden I just... I didn't think that there would be 2 others. I don't know why. I think it's a...
symmetrical
stage, yeah.
As long as you realize mistakes like that quickly.
Here we go, we can go around. You kind of occupy these guys for a while, and you don't have to worry about them turning around when they're busy eating the slime. Their favorite pastime. This is not...
So the Monsters...
Okay.
You can leave the Monsters locked up and do the whole level, but then you gotta get in there, so... You gotta... I mean, you can kind of just let them come out one way and you follow behind them and get the whole loop, and it's not so bad. But I guess once one monster is loose and then you got to go in and get into the second area, that's the only sort of sticking point left in the level, I think.
Yeah, you can probably even kill one through the barrier with the AoE if you're careful enough.
TheWhitley tried it, didn't work. A little bit off.
This cat noise reminds me of the noise that Kid Clown makes in the video game The Bombing Islands.
Oh, relocking the monster afterwards by luring it back onto the same loop. This BrightShadow gets caught again. This is the second to last level.
This is a back and forth match here. Is that a glow right there? No, we still got a little bit more. Where the? Oh, there it is. There it is. Wow.
Whitley onto the final level. BrightShadow dies again. You never know what switches will do. I'd keep moving if I were you. Go, 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 go.
Oh, yeah, this level. I did a thing that I think may have kind of cheesed this level and made it a lot easier than it was supposed to, but I don't remember what it was, so maybe I'll remember in watching this.
Kind of a lot of monsters patrolling around. Not so easy to get out onto the outside rim.
I don't think it was free for me, BrightShadow. I definitely died at least once on this level. But once I put this cat down here, yeah. And then it's free.
Gotcha.
TheWhitley did not do that, though. So now has to
I'm sure Whitley was thinking about it and decided, like, the inputs might not come out. I don't like it. Just kept running. Oh, look, the cat is forcing them to all leave the room. And now they're blocked off. Not that that was necessary. There's a dirt path,
yeah, I mean,
a
you
soft
don't want
dirt
to have
path.
to think about it.
Uh-oh. Whitley's gonna do cat deflect. There we go. Coming in from behind, gets away. That's the end of the level right there. Cat deflect. Oh! Riding the gap between the monsters. I think they got a little scared. I think they it's gonna center, calm down, don't throw it away at the very end. I think that's it.
I think that's gonna do it, yep. There we go, you did it.
The superior Skyling.
BrightShadow, did you finish it up? Since you're in chat. Yesterday making his own Qbert noises. I see.
I legitimately can't tell if they mean the profanity that comes out of Qbert's mouth, or the suggested profanity, or if they just mean like meow, meow, meow.
That means climb faster.
Not only does BrightShadow finish, but they keep going afterwards to level 24.
Alright, well, you know, we're waiting for the give game. We don't have it yet, so watch BrightShadow do their thing.
We'll watch the finish. But after this, we got one more match for tonight.
Yeah, I don't think I played 16. This was actually the submitted goal, so I never needed to play more.
It's looking like we're gonna get it clear. Also relocks the launcher. Oh, there's one square somewhere.
Where?
Some acid burned a square somewhere.
Oh, there it is. It's hiding. It's right there. Yep. Little hidden square. Hello, and 4H. What an astute observation you have made. Yes, this is indeed video game. We're coming up on the end of this podcast, but there's another race after this.
See if BrightShadow goes for the rim first. Yeah, get as much of that. That's going to be the danger section. You can get the middle on your own time. Very smooth, very quick. It's weird to me that there's like 4 switches that you run along. And then here's another loop.
Yep, neither of them going for the cat block immediately, but I think they all end up heading back that way if you put the cat somewhere, regardless of where it is. Nice, getting through a little quicker actually than I think TheWhitley did this level.
Getting through with the kitten.
Yeah, you always want to have some defense.
A kitten for the getting through.
Ooh, that was a fast move there. That was almost a close one.
Uh-oh, deflect 1. Deflect 2.
Oh! So close. Yeah, kitten through. Get an excellent picture in the Discord here. Gonna post this in chat.
Well, that's a link.
Yeah. That's just kind of how these Discord links go. I don't know. Maybe if someone's not in the mystery Discord, they can't even see that, but just a little hint to you guys to join the mystery Discord.
Yeah. If you really want to see it and you aren't in the Discord, I can't imagine such a person exists. There's our link to the Discord if you want to come see this image or maybe be a part of the things we got going on. And that's going to be the finish for BrightShadow.
Nice job.
Close race, back and
I
forth.
didn't give either of them the finish. I'll give them to him now, but they really won that one. They are both in. They're both still in it. This was a winners 2. Again, pretty stacked winners 2 match. Winners 2 is a scary place this year. There's like a lot of people that could be just going all the way. Just showing up.
We've cultivated a list of savage gamers. Just absolutely unreal ability to play video games blind. I'm just constantly impressed at what everyone is capable of, like, as a whole.
Yeah, this looks like a really tough level. I'm glad that the goal stopped where it did.
This is Maximum Cubert.
This is Maximum Cubert. There's a Cubert game on the PS1 where it's just like Cubert but all in like 3D and like with bigger colors and more attitude. And I had it as a kid and I'm trying to remember if it's any good. It's probably not. But I've always been curious to go back to it. I should check it out. I remember it had smaller levels than like NES Cubert did, and they were all kind of different shaped, but not as different as this game. Ooh, that guy.
The mantra waiting at the bottom, especially cruel. Well, hey, this race is over, but there is no race immediately scheduled. Might appear within 10 minutes, everybody.